Hello, everyone. Welcome back to What's New Mama podcast. I am Giselle, and that is Amy.
Hi.
Hello, and yeah, we are back. I'm still here on the floor just because it's a more comfortable setting, but it works. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, we're doing this out of the comfort of our homes, and this is a hobby. We don't get paid for this. So it's fine. We don't have a private studio. So, okay, Amy, yeah, it's been, a
2
minute
weeks?
or two.
2 weeks?
I guess.
Almost
Yeah.
2 weeks, yeah. Almost.
Since we reconnected. I was away on vacation. And Amy had a little bit of a break too. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
I heard you had an eventful week leading up to.
There is no break. There is no break. It's a break
There is never
from
a break.
our podcast, but not
From our podcast. Yeah.
But no break for mommy. No.
No, never. Even on vacation, especially.
I know.
But today's episode, before we even jump into that, we're going to focus on traveling with kids, and the different methods of getting to one place and another and saying, this was a great idea, to what the hell were we thinking? And oh shit, I forgot to bring this.
Oh yeah. That's always fun.
Yeah. So yeah, no. How was your week before we dive into that episode?
I mean, I'm sure everyone who's listening is probably like, yeah, this happened to me too. We all got the stomach bug or whatever, something that's going around. Starting Wednesday, Milo went down first, and then everybody else, except for me. I don't know how I got immune to that this week, and I got saved. But like I was telling you,
Purelling and
I was doing
Lysoling
everywhere. The kids' face, the toilets, the knobs. Everything.
They're like, mommy. You're like, stay away.
I was like, why do I have to deal with this? It's hard when you have to change the diapers for the one kid because you still got to deal with all the. He had a blowout earlier, and I felt bad because his pants got dirty too, and he was just like, "Mom, change me." I'm like, it's like if I could wear a mask, like a heavy mask, to not have to smell it, that would be amazing.
Those diaper blowouts smell the worst.
Yeah, no. So he's
baby.
Yeah, he's still recuperating with that. I think Sienna's okay, and Victor's fine. He's got some like iron stomach, I tell him, because he can eat anything and he won't go down.
But you're fine too, so
yeah. But I used to get stomach bugs all the time, like around this time. Actually, I used to always get pulled out of school because it was like really bad. But not anymore, thankfully. So maybe I'm immune to it. Maybe it's just living in my stomach and I'm giving it to people.
Probably all the germs that the kids bring in have built your immune system to like ban it.
Maybe.
But I'm glad everybody is better. Yeah. That's always tough. It's exhausting. Like when one gets sick, the other one's going to get sick. And it's inevitable. It's a miracle that you didn't get sick.
I know. I'm not even going to say it. Knock on wood.
I'm
like, it's the one right there.
God. I haven't gone through that yet, just like a cold. We haven't gone through the stomach bug.
No, because he's like, he hasn't been in like preschool or exposed to other kids like that much. So yeah. You're good.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Because we both work from home. He's with us. And like, it's funny because going into the cruise. So I was on vacation. This was my week. I was away. I was on a cruise for 8. We were away for 10 days, but it was like 8 days on the actual cruise. And then we flew out of Miami. I'm sorry. No, not Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So we like hung out in Fort Lauderdale, Miami on like the surrounding days. But I will say that was the first time, because this cruise, which I will say, if there's parents out there and you want to travel, it did make it easier to travel and visit different places without having to stress about babysitting or things like that. Tom and I have never left Derek anywhere, like with somebody else that we weren't there. So this was the first time for us, and I felt like I was gonna cry. I was gonna cry.
Who did you cruise with?
It was just Tom.
No. What
the baby and I?
Cruise line.
Should I say it? Should I say the cruise line?
Why not? I mean, I'm curious because.
All right, yeah. So it was Royal Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was one of like the newer ships. And I'll put in the description like somebody that you guys can reach out to that's an agent that helped us along with booking all that stuff. Her name is Jessica. She's awesome. It's phenomenal trip, food, service, everything top notch. The only thing is Tom and I are very like, we want to explore the islands. And when you're on a cruise, I think you don't get enough time. You're kind of rushed. You get like a day here, a day there, and so on. But other than that, like, it was amazing. And then, so like back to the babysitting thing, which to your point, we've never left Derek anywhere. So he's never really been exposed to like a lot of germs like that. But that was the first time we left him there. And they give you like a little phone that you can, So it's like, they're all trained professionals. These are all people that like have either a degree in childhood education or like they get certified in these things. It's not just like a random person that's like, I can babysit.
Hi, I'm a cruise member and I'm just going to be here to take care of your kid.
No. It's like trained professionals, which made us feel better too. So I remember like finally we were like, all right, let's bring him there. Let's test it out. He has to go through this eventually. And we have to pull the Band-Aid off for ourselves too, right?
Yeah, because that's the hard part. Yeah. It's mostly us.
So
it's not the kids, it's us.
Yeah. So we ended up leaving him there and they give you like a little phone and he's like wailing, and I feel terrible. And like Tom's like, oh, his face, like seeing his face crying. And both of us is just like, we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing. We're going to go take a break for like 2 hours and just enjoy it. And like they have a rule. They're like, if he's uncontrollably like crying and upset and they can't like help the situation, they'll try everything. But 15 minutes go by, they'll call us.
Oh, okay. So that's not too bad.
So they give you like a special phone that has service in the ocean and all that stuff. We were like looking at the phone, like, is it ringing? Are they going to call us but they didn't call us and he was fine.
Oh, that's good.
But he had this scream of terror. Like at the very beginning.
Because you guys were leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt like just a human piece of shit. Like I felt terrible.
I get it.
But it felt nice. Like, and it's so funny because afterwards, Tom and I were like, well, what do we do now? We don't have the baby. It's the first time that we didn't have the baby. Because like we had a thing, right? Like every month I'll go hang out with my friends and he'll take the baby and he'll go to his family's house. And like, we'll do that.
There's morely one of you with him.
One of us will get a break. Okay. And like the other one will go, even though your mind is always on, are they okay? Like I'll text them and like all this stuff. So this is the first time that we were both away and we're all like, we're walking around the cruise ship. We're like, maybe we should get a drink. Maybe I'll do the rock climbing wall.
Oh, the list just starts growing.
Yeah. But then at the same time, we're like, is he okay? But what if they call us?
Yeah.
So we didn't really enjoy it. And then we're like, we're curious. What did they do to calm him down? So we're like, we'll ask him all these questions when we pick him up, right? Which turned out it was great. Like he had a little bit of a moment, but they like played around with him and did all this stuff, gave him snacks. Like we prepped them, you bring your snacks, your diapers and all that stuff. So that was good. So any parent that does want to travel, I would highly recommend a cruise. Like if you want to, we're not drinkers. We're not like, we want to go and like walk around and do all that stuff. So if you're the type that you want to relax, really, you want to go drink, you want to go dance, do bingo, karaoke, whatever, maybe do a cruise. And like you still want to explore, do a cruise because at least Royal Caribbean, because they have that babysitting. Yeah. And this is not a sponsorship or I don't get paid.
I mean, we did Royal Caribbean with Sienna when she was like 9 months old or so. We did it out of Jersey, out of Bayonne. Because it was the closest. I didn't want to fly with her. I actually haven't flown with my kids at all.
No.
I can't even tell you. They're uncontrollable.
Well, you also had the pandemic too with Milo. So
that was weird. Real flying. So we haven't even gone anywhere nice with him, like international wise. We did it with Sienna. We did the Bahamas, Florida one. But I was telling you earlier, I was so messed up on that cruise. I got sick. I got seasick. I never get seasick. Never. So I was just
that didn't happen to me. Thank God.
I'm like, that was terrible. I wasn't prepared for that. So that was a nice curveball.
But you used to be you've gone on cruises before, the
I
baby.
had like five before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you never got seasick?
Never got seasick. And I don't know if it was the length, because it was the first time we took a cruise, I think, from up here that was going south, you know?
Okay.
But no.
But it was the first cruise you took after giving birth.
And I think something just from the screaming or the pressure from pushing, I must have messed up something up here, because I can't spin my babies. I can't do anything. Like, you take me on a ride, I will throw up almost immediately.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, maybe something happened there with the pushing.
Yeah, I gotta get checked out. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
That's something I've been putting off. They do like testing, and my mom told me about those testing because she has vertigo, and I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
She has like this. She says they put you in like a wind tunnel, and it's like they're blowing air or something. And she says, and you literally want to just throw up the whole time. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to get tested for that. No thanks.
I haven't been through that though. So I get it when I get really bad sinus infections or like an inner ear infection or something. Okay.
But I want to know how you got Derek on an airplane, because you had to fly out, right? So
yeah.
How long was your flight?
So Northeast, right? New York out of New York into Fort Lauderdale. That's what, 3.5 hours? Yeah. But we did it before because we traveled with him when he was 7 months.
Oh, so we
went to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
We went to Puerto Rico. And so he was kind of used to that, but we did headphones.
Okay.
So we did noise canceling headphones. They're not connected to anything. It just blocks out like
the pressure,
the announcements, the pressure, but he had a binky. So we gave him a binky and all that stuff. So that was the first time. This time around, he wouldn't even let us put the headphones on.
Okay.
What do we do now? But he was fine.
Oh, he was fine. Okay, good.
He was fine. Well, we put on Miss Rachel. So we planned this in advance. We were like, all right, let's download some videos on YouTube. We ended up getting like the YouTube Premium like membership where you can download stuff. We're like, we're gonna just do it for the trip and like see if it's worth it. Definitely worth it. We downloaded a few of Miss Rachel things and he chilled out. Like That's good. Was sitting on us and he chilled out. He moved around a couple of times but it worked out. Like we didn't get him his own seat. So that was the trick for us this time around. The first time around, it was the headphones because he just knocked out. And it's funny because whenever we would take off the headphones, he can hear. And it was like, he was like, oh,
yeah, what is that?
All of this
it sounds like
noise?
A vacuum.
But we were nervous, but Miss Rachel saved our butts on that one.
Yeah, that's good.
So something that they like, I would recommend bringing something that they like. And we ended up getting, one of those popping toys.
Oh, yeah, like the fidget thing.
They have like the bubble. Yeah. So he was sitting there doing that.
Oh, okay.
And it was
he's
fine.
Easy. Not my monsters. No, not mine.
But I think because he's done it before and he was younger, so he might be a little getting used to it.
I missed that boat.
And we just got back this morning, actually. So like 12:30 at night, technically this morning. And the ride back, he just fell asleep. So most of the time he ate. We got like a little bran muffin and some cheese and he was eating and then he just fell asleep.
Oh, that's so good.
For us, that was that experience. But I don't think I told you. Maybe I did. The middle of the trip, he officially became a difficult toddler because that was when he started. It was like wrestling an alligator when we were trying to change his diaper. Like every single time, it was like, Derek, come on. Like, what are you doing? He would try and no. It was terrible. And we're like, great, we're going to do this in the middle of the trip. But I think it was a lot of him changing scenery, not knowing where we are.
Did his nap time move around?
He was down to one nap as opposed to two naps.
Oh, okay.
So that was a little difficult too. Yeah. And okay, so the trip itself, we went to Haiti, we went to DR, we went to Aruba, and we went to Curacao, which I know you're a fan of.
I know, I love Curacao.
Yeah, that was where you had your honeymoon. So beautiful places. All my friends are like, well, what was your favorite part or whatever? All of them were different, right? So Haiti for us was very relaxing because we had a little cabana that we rented. The sun was freaking blazing, but the baby fell asleep. We put him in his stroller and he like passed out for like an hour and a half
That's good.
while we were there, like relaxing. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. But then Aruba, Curacao, DR was a little hectic. There was a lot of people. Aruba and Curacao were very like touristy, so we went walking into the town. We actually found an aquarium that we went to, which is like our little family tradition. We love aquariums and zoos. We were like, we have to go to the aquarium. So we went to the aquarium in Curacao, and it was underwhelming compared to the other ones, but the dolphin show was amazing. The flamingos were amazing, and you know,
did
the
you
baby
see
enjoyed it.
the seal? The seal
No.
does a show. And
Where?
we fed the
In Curaçao?
and we fed the sharks.
No, we
did
didn't
all that.
see that.
I don't know if it's
That's cool.
I wonder if it's even the same thing that when we did that. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
don't
the
know.
same aquarium.
It's been forever. I don't know if they changed the stuff. That was like 12.
It's been what, 8 years, right? 12 years.
12.
You've been married for 12 years.
12. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do
Coming
an
up on
episode
12. Yeah.
on that.
Oh, God.
What's the secret to 12-year marriage?
Blissfully
and
ignoring each
counting. Actually, oh, that reminds me too. So, because you know, vacation's supposed to be relaxing and all that stuff.
No,
but,
not for
you
us.
know, like you're still stressed. Like, oh shit! Like, did I pack this? Did I bring? We had 2 suitcases, the baby's backpack. Tom had a backpack, and then I had a tote bag. So you have all of these things that we're bringing, and it's so stressful. But once you get there, it's like, oh, okay, this is worth it. But then you have to do it all again when you're like heading back out. So I think that's why for us, it was like, okay, this is cool. Like we only have to go in and out once and you leave everything in the room.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's like a traveling hotel with you all.
Traveling hotel.
It's great.
Yeah.
I know. We liked it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. For us, we were just talking about it. We were like, should we
do another one?
Do it again? I don't know.
Do another one.
But then it's like debating like, okay, should we do that or should we just go to one place for a longer time? You know, and I think that might be more our style just because we don't.
Because you get to explore more of the area that you're in. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like we went to Aruba, but we saw like a blip of Aruba as opposed to, you know, what you saw of Curaçao when you went.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we saw a blip.
Yeah, we were there for like 5 days. Yeah, 5 days.
So for us,
but it was just me and Victor back then.
I know.
It wasn't. We didn't have any kids, so we had no time to explore. And your brother did the ostrich ride. He asked me. He was like, "Did you go? Did they do the ostrich farm?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't think they had that much time." Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we couldn't do too because of the baby.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do like the horseback, like riding and zip lining, things like that. We can't. I mean, I guess we probably could have put the baby in the babysitting thing,
and gone out to do it. But then if you needed to go back, it would be too far, right? It's too much.
And to us, we wanted to explore. We wanted him to, even though he's not going to remember, but we wanted to.
It's for you.
Stroll the city.
It's for you, for pictures and stuff. It's your memories too.
Yeah. So it was nice. But I will say, again, like when we went to Puerto Rico, we flew and then we took a boat ride we flew into San Juan and then we took a boat ride to Vieques.
Okay.
Like a little ferry or something like that. But that time we brought a car seat with us. So on top of 2 suitcases, a tote bag, a backpack, all this, add on a freaking car seat. God, poor Tom. I'm like, if he wasn't like as strong as he is, I was like, I don't know how we would do it.
I think
we would have to pay
that's
somebody.
like one of the major determinants for me. Like, it's just like I travel. Yeah, I don't want to carry the 2 car seats. It's 2 because they still both need it very much. Yeah. And I don't want to be traveling with them. I mean, we could probably get away with it in like Ecuador or Nicaragua where we're traveling in the back in the pickup trucks.
Yeah.
But,
well, I had to do that in Vieques once. Like hold them, and the guy's like, "No, está bien, it's like right there." I'm like, "All right." It's like a bumpy ass road, and you're like I'm holding up to Derek's head to make sure that it doesn't
get like whiplash or something.
Whiplash, yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
But here's a tip: so you could rent the car seat. So we did this when we were in Fort Lauderdale. When we got back from the cruise, we were like, "All right." So we didn't bring our car seat with us because we were like, "We don't need it. Whatever." We drove to the airport, blah, blah, blah. We rented a car and then we rented the car seat all together, and it was like an additional, I think, like $20
Oh,
or
okay,
something
that's
like
not
that.
too bad.
So it wasn't bad.
Okay.
No.
No, we just been sticking with our car, just traveling everywhere in our car. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because.
But so you've driven
Yeah,
over
we've
the
gone
place.
to. Well, I'm trying to think. Where did we go? We like going to Maine. Maine is like, it's fun for us because the food is great. We don't like to do much. We like.
You like shellfish? You like seafood?
Yeah. Well, I know you're allergic to shellfish.
Shellfish.
I'm allergic to calamari, or I don't know. Long story behind that. I almost died on my birthday eating calamari.
Oh my God. Is that how you found out you were allergic?
Yes. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's a story for another time.
Okay.
Yeah, we like to sit around. We don't do much. We're not like very adventurous people. We don't do like you said, zip lining and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. Your brother is not into it either. Like we're very much into just walking around, looking at shops, or going to like the national parks. We like doing little hikes, maybe. Nothing too serious. So we've done all of Maine, Vermont. We've gone to Lake Placid. Lake Placid is a favorite of ours that we like to do. And we've done like trips with the dogs. We would like to do too, because we could take them to dog friendly places, you know, bring them along with us.
Wait, hold on one second.
Okay.
Sorry. I hear the baby cry.
Hey, now we're back. Yeah, so I was telling you, we've done all of the Northeast actually. We've just been trying to keep it close for the most part. And the only time we ventured out to Florida was probably 2 years ago at the end of 2021, was it? Yeah, 2021. We actually took a family trip down to Disney with the kids, and we did a drive down to Florida. We stopped at North Carolina and then continued on for a night. So we did do a break. It was okay. I mean, I have to say it was hard because I was still breastfeeding. So I had to stop almost every now and then. He kept crying because he wanted to eat, and you know that made it difficult. And we probably
had to take him out of the car seat. You had to put him.
Yeah, we had to actually stop because I can't. And in the car we had, I didn't have space for me to be in the back with them. So it's like it was hard for me to be. I had to go in between, bring them to the front, breastfeeding, and not. If, you know, and people are so nosy. It's like they can't see you stop and bring a kid to the front because everyone's looking in the car when we were at the rest stops, and we would try to like go towards the back so people wouldn't be looking, but you know, and there's some weird people in the back. So
it's like, what are they doing?
And I'm like, obviously
clearly they want to be left alone, but let's go look.
I'm covered with a blanket. I used to have to cover myself because I didn't want people looking at my nips because hello. You know, and I was just like, please say something because I'm just gonna flip you off right here on the spot. Like, I don't care. I'll drive over you if I have to. But that's what made it difficult the first time. The kids don't know this, and it's going to go out there into the world, but they're going back, and we're doing that drive again. And in the summer, we're going to go back to Florida, but we're thinking about actually driving straight through. This is your brother's idea.
9 hours?
16 hours.
I was way off.
This is your brother's idea. Let's see how he survives.
I don't know if that's going to work, though.
I mean, it's two of us.
Are you going to take turns driving?
I told him it would work if I drove some of the parts and then he'd do the rest. So we'll see how that works out for us. I'll keep you in the loop because he's probably going to be cranky as all hell doing this. He's like, do you feel comfortable? I'm going to have to nap. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Do you feel comfortable driving like that with the kids and all?
I haven't done like long distance driving with them. I've driven around here, but I don't know. We'll see because I am a road rager.
Are you?
I have zero patience for people and their stupidity. It's and you know what's funny? It's probably me. I'm probably the bad driver. But I'm just like, I can't deal. I can't deal. I don't like people speeding up and following me and thinking it's funny to do something. No, I don't. I will break.
Were you like that? Well, were you like that before kids or after kids?
I think I was always short tempered, and it just got worse now.
Okay.
Because I'm always short tempered.
Okay.
You're like, oh no.
Good to know.
No, But it's funny because it
It's
takes
that Gemini in you.
yeah, I'm real chill for like a good while, but then it's like a switch, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what did you just say? What is that? What did you just do? No, yeah, no, it's weird. So I don't know how that's gonna fare out for us. I mean, I try to pack things for them in the back. Like I'll have like little. I bought them like a little table thing that they connect to the car seat, so they have, and it has like markers and stuff, and they can draw on the table itself, and then you can put their iPads, food, snacks, drinks, everything. You're
gonna have to share that link to that.
I bought it on Amazon. I don't even know who. I saw it from another mom. Probably I was following on Instagram or something.
Okay.
So I
love them. When you can find like good things like that.
I bought them that stuff. But now our new car has actual TVs. So we're gonna bring all the DVDs, all the Disney movies. We could hook up our iPads to it and run the feed. So we're all set.
That's awesome.
So hopefully this time around it's easier. And I think.
And you have a bigger car.
Milo is going to be 3. And he doesn't need to be breastfed anymore. He can eat. He eats. He can sit up and eat in the back.
But you're still breastfeeding, no?
No. Oh my God, no. I stopped.
No.
I stopped.
That's right. Yeah,
no, I stopped in September. So it should be easier. I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It will be.
And then I can sit in the back with them so I can like stop them from screaming and throwing stuff at each other.
Yeah.
Which is always the best part of traveling, when they just had enough of each other, or when my oldest goes, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And I'm like, "Yo, we just left, bro. We're not there yet." It doesn't work that way.
Does Sienna nap at all? Like,
yeah. And the car for like long distance driving, she does knock out. I have some funny pictures. I should probably put those up for her. Embarrass her as of now. She's like, she's completely out. No. But I think the key is to have everything that you possibly can think of for them to keep them busy, because it's hard. Yeah. And then bathroom breaks, you have to do them with them. She gets a kick out of it. Like, let's do a bathroom break. And she'll be like, all right, let's go. And then she'll like run to the wherever we are.
To the stop, yeah.
So she loves that because she likes to see like the rest stops. She likes to see what they have. So she ends up buying like a little souvenir, depending if we're like in a different state. She got like the last time we went out, we went to Ocean City, Maryland. Okay. That's like a 5-hour drive, I think, getting out there. And we're actually going to do that again in June.
Okay. This summer?
Mm-hmm. In June. Okay. We're going to do it again because they do like the air show. And we didn't know that last year, but we went during the air show weekend.
You just happened to be there.
We didn't know, And I was like, oh, this is cool. But we were on the beach, and I thought we were going to get, it was like fighter planes coming down at us the whole time we were there. I was like, whoa. And I was like, what the hell is that noise? Like the first time, because I didn't know there was an air show they were practicing for. And it was me, Sienna, and Milo waiting for Victor to come down so we can get like the little shells, little cabana shells for the beach. Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's like, ooh, the kids were screaming. I was like, I almost sat my like, pants because I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
Like, you can't even explain to them what's happening because you didn't know.
Yeah. And I think that like scared them a lot because I was like, what's going on? And they didn't know what was going on. And it was great after that, though, because then you could see they were doing tricks and stuff. It was nice.
That's cool.
And we just...
So now you know.
Beach bums.
Went to book it.
Yeah, so we booked it the same weekend, and now we're going again. But that 5-hour trip, what I was trying to tell you was that she bought, like, a Maryland flag.
Yeah.
At the stands, at the rest stop. And then she bought something else. I forgot what. She just likes collecting little things, and obviously
that's cute.
It kills our pockets, but she loves it. Loves it.
Yeah,
so we make it entertaining for her a little bit.
Are you gonna create like a little chest or a trunk for her?
I don't know where the hell that flag is.
But no, like overall, wherever you go, places like getting a magnet and getting.
It's funny that you mentioned that. We've gotten Christmas ornaments. We do those. That's what we do like. So we have like a little like, plastic one when we went with her the first time. And it has like 3 little bears because they're like big and on bears up there. Like they carve out bears and stuff. We have those. We haven't done anything with Milo, actually. We haven't gotten anything for him. We might have gotten him something. I don't remember what right now at the top of my head, but we could.
Yeah, but the pandemic, it was different.
Yeah, but yeah, wasn't it the first Ocean City? Was it the first? I don't even remember. We just like doing road trips. We do Ocean City, Lake Placid.
Yeah.
And there was one other place that we really, really like, Kennebunkport, Maine. Lobster rolls. That's all I can tell you. I know you can't have any. But the seafood there is amazing. The food in general is crazy. And like those states, it's so fresh. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we eat out a lot and we're like, oh, this is so nice. I don't have to cook.
No, but it's that's what they're known for. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So you travel road trip wise. What are a few must-haves that you can like share with us, like with me and any other mom that you're like, all right, these are 3-4 things that you have to make sure that you pack with you?
That's a good question. I have to pack other than the essential stuff for them, obviously.
Other
but you
than
gotta have like snacks
and toys,
iPads. I know.
What made it easier for you as a parent to like travel with your kids?
Because I feel like they're so. It depends on what mood they're in, you know? So like I get like a different version of them every day. So if they're really excited for the road trip, they don't require much. You know what I bought was for the older one is I Spy cards.
Okay.
Like little games.
What is that?
It's like a little card and it's like I Spy and then it's like you look out to see if you've passed cars of a certain color. And
gotcha.
Like, that's cute. I Spy and then it's like, you know.
Yeah.
What else did we do the last time that was cute? I'm trying to remember because she's like, and you gotta like have stuff at hand because they just get tired of it really easily. Yeah.
Or like for you and Vic.
For me and Vic,
what's something that you guys need?
Coffee. And I wish I could have traveled with like a porta potty for them, which was I feel like. Me stopping at the rest stop, sometimes they're not the cleanest. And
so you brought like one of those training toilets or something?
They have like, and it comes with like a special bag and you could put your diaper at the bottom and it'll absorb the pee, the poo, and then you just close it up and you could throw it away.
Oh my God, I have a funny story.
Oh no, I gotta hear this.
So you just reminded me because Tom and I were like, are you serious? I think I'm serious, Tom. So we drove from Fort Lauderdale to Miami and I've been drinking a lot of water and we were on the road and there was mad traffic and I had to pee really bad. But there was like, we got to Miami and we ended up getting on some sort of highway. I forget. I'm terrible with directions. And we were stuck. And then Tom's like, I'm trying to get to a 7-Eleven or I'm trying to get to like, we had the direction set. There was an accident. There was a lane closed. Like everything you could think of was going on. And then it's Miami traffic on top of that. So I just remember I was like, I have to pee. And it was so bad. It was so bad that I was like, I never thought I would say this in my life, but I think I might have to grab one of Derek's diapers. Like I might have to grab one of
Oh my God. Did you?
He's like, well, so no, I ended up waiting, but I ended up getting like a pain afterwards because I held it for so long. And I ended up getting to the 7-Eleven, but leading up to it, I made peace with the fact that I may have to grab 2. Tom was like, you're going to have to grab more than one. And I was like, yeah, we're going to have to grab like 2 of the overnight diapers at least. But I made it to the 7-Eleven, which there was a whole family in line waiting for me. And the guy at the counter, really, really nice guy. I guess he saw the panic in my eyes.
He's like, I don't want to
I was like,
from my floor.
I was like, no, I just had to pee really bad. He's like, no, but he made sure. No, he was like, so just number 1, no, just pee. And I was like, yeah, please. And he's like, okay. So he took me to the back, which I was my normal like instinct was like, where's he taking me to? Yeah. I was like, where's he taking me to? But he took me to the back. Because that whole family, there was one kid in there, but the other 3 had to go. Then there was another person there that was like on drugs, waiting for the bathroom too. So he took me to the back and he's like, okay, go there. And I was like, what do you mean go there? It's like a mop.
Oh no.
You know those mop slop like areas? where they clean. He's like, yeah. He's like, that's where I go whenever I can't use the actual bathroom. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm going to have to pee. So I ended up peeing in a freaking...
Like a grate?
I don't know what you call those. In a grate, basically.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but there was like a water like faucet that I can like clear it out and all that stuff. But I just remember I went back to the bathroom and I was telling Tom, I was like, I can't believe I just went through that. But I was at peace with the diaper situation if I had to. And never in my life have I been so like relieved that I had diapers in my bag in case I needed it. But I didn't need to. But it was just one of those moments of panic.
Oh my God.
And like acceptance.
That's so funny.
My bladder's just not the same after giving birth.
No, I don't think anyone's is.
It's not the same. I mean, I drink a ton of water. Like I'm always like with one of these. So like it's like half a gallon. And I drink like at least one of those, 1.5. So like I know I drink a lot of water, but that was really, really bad. Yeah. So maybe I should look into those travel porta potties.
Yeah, it's like, but it's for the kids. It's for the kids, but you probably could have gotten away with using it.
But if you need to go, you need to go.
I know.
They need to have an adult version of that. I guess they do. It's called Depends.
I always joke about that. It's like whenever I have to go, I'm like, I should just buy the Depends and just go.
But that was definitely one of those things in the highlight.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Another thing that Tom and I laugh about all the time. So we were in Aruba. I think it was Aruba. And we went to like this really nice spot to get dinner. And we were like getting beers. And it was like beers that's only in Aruba, which was really, really nice.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, this is nice. And like we looked at the menu and all that stuff, and everything was like, oh, okay, the churrasco and the filet mignon was like $36, blah, 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 blah. We get the bill. It's not $36. It's $63 per entree that we had. And everything was like 1.5%. Because she's like, oh, that's Aruban dollars or whatever. So you have to multiply or whatever. So our bill, instead of like $100 and something was $200.
Oh my God.
We're like, what the fuck? This is one of those things we're gonna look at. We're like, they definitely knew what they were doing though, because it had a dollar sign on the menu. Okay. And I won't call out the place because they did have a dollar sign in front of the prices, but it literally came out to like double. We were like, we could have gone anywhere else and gotten this for like a third of the price. But yeah, that was one of those moments. But again, when you're traveling with the kid, you're just like, whatever works right now, because this kid is hungry. Like the minute we would sit down, Derek is not a picky eater.
You have to like give him stuff.
Yeah, like the waiter's trying to make small talk. I'm like, that's great, but can you bring me bread and butter or like something, something here? Give me the empanadas. Just bring it, whatever comes out quickest. Like just bring it out because this kid needs food. Like I don't care about my entree. And I think that was the biggest stressor, like food
going out
right away for the baby.
I rarely go out with the kids here because they're like monsters. You got to feed them right away. They really are. It's like, it's horrible. So when I go, what did we do for when we did Disney 2 years ago? How you would do the reservations to sit down. I feel so bad because Jess was the one who helped us with the reservations for all the restaurants and everything. And I was just like, the earliest lunch you can get. The earliest dinner you can get. Because if
we're having dinner at 5:30, 5:15.
I don't care. Because it's like, after a certain time, it's just like, Mom, where's the food? And it's like, they expect it like this. And I'm like, it's not going to happen. So I would bring like bars or like those rice cakes and stuff. And I would give it to them. Yeah. And that's what they would eat until they bought the food. And I always would tell the waiter, like, can you bring the kid stuff first?
Bring fries, grilled cheese, like whatever.
Just anything for them first, and then we can deal with us later. Yeah.
The other challenging part too was mac and cheese or mashed potatoes or any of that stuff. He always eats it, but for some reason one day he just doesn't want to eat it anymore. And like Derek's having a tantrum at the table, like no. I'm like, this is the same mashed potatoes that you had yesterday. Why are you not eating this? So he's approached that toddler stage right now.
I know, like with Sienna with the mac and cheese, she loves mac and cheese from the box. Like, is it Annie's? Annie's mac and cheese is that we give her? Yeah. And then we give her mac and cheese anywhere else, and she's like, "This is not it." And And I'm like, it's mac and cheese.
That's
bro.
not mac and
it's
cheese.
the same thing. Mac and cheese. Eat it. And she's just like,
No,
no.
but it does taste different, though. It
She's
does
like,
taste
no,
different.
no.
I'm going to have to side with Cian on that. It does taste different.
I'm like, come on, man. Eat the mac and cheese, bro.
Well, I know you said that with the pizza. Like, if it has, like,
oh my God,
parsley or
like basil. Anything. She's just like, what's this green stuff? And I'm like, who the hell? How do you even know? And she'll pick it out. And I'm like, this is gross, man. Just eat the pizza.
Yeah. With us, like, food, if you had a rice and beans somewhere, it was fine because that's all he eats. Like, rice and beans, aguacate, like, give it to Derek, he'll eat it. No big deal. Bananas, all that stuff. But we went to, like, an Italian spot and he didn't want anything. But he ended up eating the meatballs, which is fine. Because I'm like, okay,
as long as it's something.
he'll eat the meatballs. Yeah. So there was, like, challenging moments, but, oh my God. Nighttime sleep. He's also entering that stage where, like, we put him in the pack and play to sleep. We put it, like, an extra cushion and, like, all the stuff on the bottom so it's comfortable. But because we're in a strange place, like, he would still wake up, like, where am I? It's dark, crying. So we would bring him into the bed. I think I have a bruise here from the amount of times he's, like, kicked me in his sleep, punched me in the face. I had, like, a mark over here on my eye because, like, he'll, like, like, he's dead asleep and, like, he'll sit up. It's like a zombie baby. He'll sit up and then he's like, it's like, you know, in Mortal Kombat or, like, Street Fighter when they're like, finish him. And, like, they're, like, dazed. That's what he does. And he's like, and I'm like, what? Tom and I are just like, oh, God. Thank God for a king-size bed.
What is it? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I bed share still with Milo because he doesn't like sleeping by himself. And I'm like, I've tried multiple ways to leave him there so I could go to sleep on my bed. Yeah. And he just doesn't go to sleep. So he wakes up and he's just like, he'll sit there and he'll talk to me. But his eyes are closed.
But he's asleep.
Yeah. I'm like, and he'll be like, blah, boom. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it's like, and then I have to go back to sleep. And I'm like, I can't go back to sleep. So I end up like getting up to read or do something.
Yeah. That's how you finished that book, Spare.
I finished it today. Yay. It's like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I don't know. But I finished it.
But you finished it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. You finished it.
On to the next.
Yeah. So, like, okay, that's one thing I will say. Don't worry about packing a pack and play or a crib or anything like that because the hotel that you'll stay at or the Airbnb for the most part, the cruise ship, they'll have something. Yeah,
but you have to
don't worry about bringing that.
You gotta let them know beforehand, though. Sometimes because they're easily accommodate, though.
Yeah. So things like that. The car seat situation, you can rent that. That's also good.
Don't you get weirded out though? Like using like the cribs or car seats that other kids have used. I'm just
100%.
Like, this shit down.
Yeah, 100%. But I think this was the trip that I kind of decided to be okay with it because I just had to. You know how many times he dropped that pacifier and I was like, I'm not wiping this shit. I just did a quick little here you go.
Yeah.
Like, but normally I have like this disinfecting wipe and all that stuff. But sometimes you just gotta
chill out.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was nice though. Like, Tom and the baby will take naps together and then I'll go for a walk around the ship or I'll just like go lay out, get some sun. I'll put in my headphones, listen to my music.
That's good.
All those things are really important.
Yourself. That's good.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. And I didn't really have service like that, which was also nice. I did have like occasional, because that's another thing. So like we shared the Wi-Fi. So like you pay for extra for that. But if one device is on, it kicks off the other one. You could pay for more, but we're like, we don't need that. We don't want to be on a device all the time.
Yeah.
So it was just like really nice to disconnect and kind of just be in the moment. But we did have that moment of like, this kid is growing up so fast. Like last time we were with him, he was 6 months. He barely had 2 teeth. And now he has molars coming through, eating chicken, steak, rice, beans, like all these things. And
totally
it's flying by.
Huh?
It's flying by. And everybody, like he was walking along the ship and like walking everywhere and everybody's like, hi.
Yeah.
He's like high-fiving everyone.
Yeah, that was fun for us too. Yeah, we love that.
So it's very stressful, the before and the after, but the meantime of it it's really, really
like
nice.
during the vacation, it was good.
Yeah. So I will say, like, if there's anybody out there that's debating going on vacation with a kid, like you, no, like,
No, you mean
no,
flying?
like you already
I don't
booked
want to
it.
fly. No, I'm not flying.
Flying isn't that bad. It's really not that
I
bad.
think just in general, I'm not a flying person. I did it a lot for work, and that took a lot of energy from me. Just flying for work was hard, but I had to do it, so I had no choice.
Yeah.
But now with the kids, I don't know. My nerves are not the same. And I'm like, I'm like always yelling at someone, do you have the passports? Do you have this? Do you have that? No, so I'm that person.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me, I haven't had my coffee kind of situation.
So like, well, it works out with Tom and I because he's the planner. He'll book, he'll reserve everything. He's the one that does everything ahead of time. And then we have Jess that helps us and like just does everything. And like, she recommends like, do this, not that, especially if she has kids. So she gets it.
Yeah.
Which is also helpful. I'm very much tell me where to go, tell me the time to show up.
Like,
so I'm like, yeah. But you know what's so funny? Like Ramel's like that too. Like Jess will be like, yeah. So I'm the same way. And I feel bad, but that's just my person. I'm a very wing it person. So I'm very like, I'll see how I feel that day. That's why I pack like 10 outfits for like a 2-day trip because I'm like, I don't know how I'll feel that day. I mean, I can barely figure out what to do with my hair that day. Like, it depends on what this is going on. And now that you said
outfits for the kids for our first cruise, I did like little outfits for Sienna. Like we're going to be here this day and this day. Like I had them and I
pre-planned the outfit.
I took pictures of everything. So I knew where everything was. So when I was ready to get her dressed, like I'll just pull it up. Oh, okay, I need this, this, and this. And that's it. And I would just put that together and put that on. That's what I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I try to keep it together.
That's actually a really good idea. Do you roll them up together, like the outfits?
Most of the time, yeah. Just to keep everything where it's supposed to go. Because sometimes you overpack. And with them, you just... I don't have the space for it. Like, I was sharing my suitcase with Milo for our first trip, so it was like I needed to get as much space for me.
The toys,
because that's another thing. They have toys that they want to bring, and then you got to put those in the suitcase. But he's got his own suitcase now, so he's had his own thing going on now. So hopefully
that's
that'll
the thing
work.
With traveling, right? Like you would have to pay extra for that suitcase.
Yeah. So this is why we're sticking with our driving until we get tired of driving all over the U.S. and see what happens after that. Because we kind of want to go back to like Italy. We want to do Spain.
That's on our agenda.
Yeah, we want to do all that. So we're thinking of actually maybe doing a cruise, like going over.
I was going to say maybe do a cruise. We were talking about that, like over Europe or Alaska was one of the cruises that we were considering.
You know, for you guys now with him small, try the Canada, New England one. That one was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
We did it in October, I think. We did it because we did a stop in Salem.
Yeah.
Salem.
Also, it's like nice fall.
It was fall, but they had like the Salem witch trials and all that stuff. I love that stuff. And it was so cool. So cool.
Yeah. So that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Jess about it.
Yeah. That one was cool. I like that one. And we did Arcadia, the national park. And yeah, pretty cool.
We're going to fly to Florida. Tom's a planner, like I said. I don't remember, but we do have a plan for the summer. I know we're going to go to Chicago. We're going to go to Florida and Tennessee, I believe. I don't know. He'll be like, Giselle, I told you this 10 times. So I don't even know. But yeah, so like, I know we're going to do that and we're going to drive at some point. So like from, I think, Tennessee to Chicago or something. I don't know. He's going to get upset when he hears it. He's like, I told you this 10 million times. How do you not remember what we're doing? Even while we were in like Fort Lauderdale, I was like, wait, so we're driving to Miami? What? He's like, Giselle, I told you this 10 times already. I was like,
yeah, it's just 1,000,001 questions for you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's in my gene pool.
It's like definitely is. Cause I was trying to plan this trip now. And I was asking him questions and he was like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? I'm asking you because I need to buy these things now. Like, I need to figure this out now. Yeah. It's a lot, but it's nice when you have a partner. I mean, it sucks because one partner usually gets stuck planning and doing that part, but then the other partner picks up where the other partner leaves off, right? So I'm sure that Vic
Or am I giving him too much credit? I was going to say, I'm sure that Vic picks up where you leave off.
No, he does. He does.
Okay.
He's pretty good at like realizing maybe I need a break for some reason or the other. But I also want to say, you know, like it's good to plan, but it's good to also be flexible and be open to, you know, your kids might not want to do certain things. They might need breaks.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
having a huge itinerary that's very strict might be too much.
Yeah. So it's always good to keep an open mind because sometimes they just don't want to do things. Like my kids are perfectly fine with being on the beach the whole day. And like they'll nap there and everything. So that's like the vacation we're doing up now to Ocean City. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. It's just strictly like beach. We don't leave the beach. We eat there. We just hang out.
What do you do for sunblock for the kids?
We do.
Do you use sunblock?
Blue Lizard, the Australian one. Is Australian it's an Australian sunblock. It's like SPF 50 or something. It's like a.
Do they tan?
Well, Sienna does. She does tan. She's got the your gene pool that you guys tan. Not my little one.
Glow.
Milo turns bright red in the cheeks all the time. He looks like he's just sweating profusely, and he just turns red. I haven't seen him really tan yet. I tan, but it takes me a little bit. You know,
you have to live in that area for a little bit to get tan.
It's not even good because I burn easily too. So I've actually been, where did I go that I was like, what the hell? I should have worn a sunblock.
Maybe Florida?
It might have been Florida when we went. I should have worn sunblock. I came back in and all this here, my neck and my shoulders were
and that's painful in that area.
Red.
Especially because of the bra strap and everything.
I learned my lesson. Always. But when in doubt, sunblock.
I mean, I use sunblock every day on my face, just part of my like regular daily routine. But with the baby, I have to because he's that Irish side. He does not tan. He got a little bit of color, but not
even
like
if you think that he doesn't need to, always put it on because you never know.
And the swimsuit that I bought him, which I got from Amazon, it's like SPF 50. Yeah, the little hat, SPF 50. I don't even know how accurate that is, or like if it really is SPF 50. But
looks like we got an intruder downstairs. I don't know. He likes to bark. Whatever. I just let it go now.
He's doing his job.
Yeah, I know. He'll bark at other dogs as they're walking by. He'll walk at. I don't know. He's just a barker. He likes to bark.
He's doing his job, protecting the house. But I use Think. Do you know the sunblock Think? It's like all natural and like free of
have to look that up.
chemicals. I'll put up the link for it too. And then there's also Pipette.
Pipette. Oh yes. I've heard of that one. So
those two, and those are good because they blend really well. Tom actually uses it for his head now, like
that's important
one for the baby.
Too. I was gonna say that's important too.
Yeah,
because I make Vic
he shaves
too.
And,
yeah. I'm always like, because he had like a little, like he had like a sunspot or something. It was very scary for us because we thought it was something else. He got checked out and they were like, no, you gotta wear sunblock. So I was like, sunblock all the time, and I make him wear it every time. I bought him like a special one for his head and everything. So make sure everything's covered, your ears, you name it.
Make sure you wear sunblock. That's the other tip. Sunblock. No, seriously, because especially that Florida sun or that Caribbean sun.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
And kids are very sensitive to it. So that's another
always
really big one.
Always have water. That's important for them because if they don't have water,
stay hydrated.
Yeah. I find that's the key. Have water, have snacks.
Yeah. And I got water shoes too for the baby, which he ended up using that the whole entire trip. Yeah. That's what he wore. That's the whole entire trip what he wore. And he learned how to take them off and put them back. Like he doesn't put them back. He tries to put them back on, but he learned how to take them off now. They were like $10. Like I had a couple of grandmas on the trip. They were like, oh, I want to get that for my grandkid. Where did you get it? I was like, Amazon.
Yeah. Everything's like,
Amazon. How much? Yeah. So, and it's good because they're soft and flexible. So it's really good to help them
feet
walk.
Mobility.
Yeah. So I'll put the link on there too because I remember I was like, thank God I found shoes that
I wonder
worked.
if they're the same ones I've got in Sienna too. It sounds like it. The way you're describing them, I got them from Amazon too.
Probably. I mean, they're all the same. They're all made in China somewhere, and they just have like a different name. Like I'm like they all look the same. But I'll put the link up in the description for that. I'm trying to think. Snacks, toys, sunblock. if you're going somewhere tropical. And then you gave me this tip, which was very helpful. Make sure to bring like a light sweater if you're on a cruise ship or a plane, because it does get cold there, even though you're in a warm place. So that was really helpful. And a hat, obviously, for the kids. But don't forget to wear sunblock for yourself, because that happened to me in Puerto Rico. And I've never in my life gotten sunburned. But I was so focused on the baby, because it was the first time we were taking the baby out, for him to get sunblock on, that I ended up getting like sunburn here and like here when we went to like the forts. Yeah, we went to like El Morro and all that. Which was beautiful. But I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, I know that's you're sunburned. Like you got burned. And I was like, is that what this is like? This is terrible. I thought my skin couldn't get that way.
Oh,
but
man. Yeah,
I think a lot of it was, this is just my new skin. Like I have new eczema patches. I have eczema naturally. I think after birth, everything changed. My skin changed. My hair changed. Everything. Like it's just like peeing, my bladder, everything changed.
Peeing in grates in back alleyways.
Yeah. It's so funny because I was like, is there a camera here?
I know.
Am I going to end up on some like underground video? Oh, yeah. So I made sure to like cover.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
But I was very grateful for that guy, because he saw the desperation. He like understood. It's like that meme of
he
like.
He understood the assignment. Yeah. He's like, yes, let's go.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I was already prepared to be like, should I pretend I'm pregnant and like pull out my belly?
Oh my
so
gosh.
Like, should I, because they're usually more sympathetic. Some place denied me when I was pregnant, and I was like very, very pregnant, like 8 months pregnant. I was like, you're not going to let me use your bathroom? It's like, what kind of person are you? Whatever. Bad Yelp review for this person. No, I didn't do that. But okay, no. So travel, right? So airplane, pack snacks, have them handy, have them readily available. That's the one thing. That backpack of his was nonstop. Every pocket you could think of had a snack of some sort. Light sweater, SPF, hydration, have some water, you know what we did? We have those yogurt packs for like babies. We froze them overnight and we put them in like a little lunchbox, and he loves those things. And they stayed frozen up until like we got to Florida, and then we just put it in the fridge there, and that survived for like 3 days.
That's a good idea. I should try that for our goal this time.
Especially for the summertime. Yeah. So that was really, really helpful. And just like those little crackers that they like to eat and all that stuff. But I think a lot of it is just exploring with them. Because I realized that Derek is fine as long as you're including him
in whatever,
in everything, right?
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, like talking about what you're doing, what you're looking at, and obviously knowing like he's learning how to walk. So like taking their time and making sure that you're being patient with them and adjust, like you said, pivot your schedule because they're kids, they're adjusting.
Yeah, because I've seen parents that like lose their patience, like, we're gonna do this now, like, whatever. It's
we gotta go.
Yeah, I try to minimize that a little bit, just like because it doesn't make it fun for them, and it doesn't make it fun for you either. Because then you also feel terrible after the fact too. So that was something that like we learned. But I think going forward, for us, we're gonna pack less. Like we brought the boppy. We didn't need the boppy. The big pillow. We didn't need that. You could just use pillows to stack, right?
Yeah. So like we were on the airplane with that on top of everything else that we had. So I would just say like stick to the bare essentials and like the main thing.
Because worst case, you could always buy something.
You can buy something. Yeah.
That's basically
You could always buy diapers. You could always buy wipes wherever you go.
It might be a little more expensive, but
yeah.
But
it's worth it. It's worth it. But yeah, so that was my week.
So your conversation
that's
here.
That's a long week.
No, I think. Yeah, traveling with kids. I think that's everything for us. I mean, I'm just trying to remind all the moms out there, it's okay to get stressed when you're on traveling with your kids. It's fine.
Tom and I got into an argument in Aruba.
Like it's okay.
Which, I don't even remember what it was. It's so funny.
Those are the best ones. You don't remember?
We don't really fight, but we do fight over stupid things. And those stupid things turn into like, oh, that's it. We're not talking for like a couple until after somebody just gives in and it's like, that was dumb. But what do you want for dinner? So I would say like it is stressful. It is. You will get tested, and it's not the same type of vacation that you would have before kids.
Yeah, definitely. It's totally different.
And I think knowing that, if you know that already, you're in a good place.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to lay out on the beach and tan for hours because you have a baby that's also baking in the sun.
Yeah.
Which you can't do that. Like, you can't do that.
I know.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a little fan that I got on Amazon, which I'll put the link there too. It's a stroller fan, and it has a mist.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
That saved our lives in Puerto Rico and this time around. But this time around, he's older, so he plays with it and he kicks it and whatever. But still, when he fell asleep in the stroller in like the little cabana area, we put that on. He was good
I gotta
to
go look for mine. I don't know where mine is. I have to look for it so I could charge it.
And it's a USB charge port. You don't need batteries, so that's also good. But they do have ones that have batteries.
I think I got ones with batteries.
That's also
because he would get hot in the back of the car with the car seat in general last summer. So we bought it for back there. So yeah.
So that's a really good. That was a must for us, especially because we were going somewhere so warm. And that's about it.
I'm trying to think what else did I bring.
And it's funny that you mentioned the breastfeeding part. When we went to Puerto Rico, that was when the formula shortage was going on. And I was just starting to transition out of breastfeeding and pumping to the formula. So I was freaking out over the formula shortage and all that stuff. But it did make it easier to travel because I wasn't constantly putting him on and pumping and all that stuff. So I will say, like, formula wise, if you are traveling, like, don't worry about the TSA does allow water to go through, formula to go through, yogurt pouches, like anything that's technically food for the baby, you're good to go. They just have to test it and make sure that it's good. So if you're debating, like, should I bring this bottle of water, formula, the food pouches, you should be fine. You just have to tell them.
Does it have to be sealed?
This is what I have in here. No, I brought like Ziploc bags because I divided it. Because like when you're on the plane, you're not going to scoop out and measure and all that stuff. So I kind of had it pre-measured in a Ziploc mini bag.
I used to do that, yeah.
And it does look like drugs. So I was like, listen, there's formula. It's not cocaine or something. Like, they were like, yeah, we just, like, they test it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a smooth way. So if you are traveling with formula, that's good to go. And you could bring your pump. If you are pumping, you can bring your pump with you and all that. They allow all of those devices.
But is that true where they have to do, like, the breast milk has to be frozen? It has to be frozen, right? I don't know, because I've heard so many horror stories about people trying to travel with breast milk and they either get dumped or they don't let them through with any of the frozen stuff. So I don't know.
They're not supposed to.
I guess it's whoever like, you get that day if they want to.
I mean, they're not supposed to because that's food for the baby.
Yeah.
You know? So I've even had people mail like have I? Yeah. Like I know people that have mailed breast milk and like it's good to go. You just have to say that that's what it is. So no, it wasn't frozen for us. Some of it was, but not all of it.
Okay.
So just know your rights, I would say. Like if you are flying, that you can travel with all of that.
Okay.
And you don't have to dump it. So, yeah. Yeah, so I guess that was it for me travel-wise. And then I know you had your suggestions. I'm going to talk to you offline, too, about road tripping because we were considering renting, like, eventually down the road, like an RV. Like we talked about like that.
Fun. Yeah.
Maybe we could do it together as a big family trip.
It's like we wanted to do that. RV. Yeah. Yeah. We've been talking about that for years now.
Or maybe we could book a trip to Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah. I have family down there.
Okay. Maybe that'll be the first time flying with the kids.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. It'll be the first time flying for me.
But we'll talk offline about all those things.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So yeah, that was another episode. Thank you guys for listening, for traveling with kids. That was our experience. And a couple of tips that we shared. We'll put in the description some of the things that we use that helped us along the way. And yeah, if you guys have your own stories that you guys want to share or tips, please do, because we're always in need of like moms supporting other moms because you
I
just
actually want to hear everybody's horror stories. That would be fun.
oh. Or that too, projectile vomiting, diarrhea, you know, all that stuff, almost peeing into your kid's diaper, you know, like all these stories. Thank you again. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.